All right, this is Brother Aishayar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. Today, I want to get into a topic talking about exactly what's right here on the screen. Just was scrolling a few days ago and everything like that. Then I came across this. It says, land stolen from natives, built by slaves, and kept beautiful by Latinos. Who do we always say are the Israelites? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We always say these are the Israelites, which is the truth. All right. And the reason why I named this video Israelites equals America is because of this sign right here, man, which is the truth. Esau stole this land from the natives. He used the Southern Kingdom to build this place, and he used the Latinos to help keep it beautiful. Now, as we all know, we already know about the great slavery history that the blacks went through. We know about the great genocide that happened to the natives. All right. So I'm gonna get those two scriptures, but then and we know about the Latinos working hard too. But the thing is, man, that really makes this truth complete is because the Latinos, man, because it's a lot of it's a lot of people still that don't believe that the natives and the Hispanics are Israelites, which is weird, man. There's a lot of people out there that still believe that Judah makes up the 12 tribes, which doesn't make any sense. When you read Revelation 7, it doesn't say 12,000 from Judah, 12,000 from the east side of Judah, 12,000 from the west side of Judah, 12,000 from the south side of Judah. Like it don't say that, man. It lists 12,000 from each from each of the 12 tribes, man. So who are those other people? The Native Americans and Hispanics, man. All right. So I'm going to get this article right here, man. This will bring out a little bit of history, not history, but some key points about the Hispanics, man. All right. I'm going to bring out these two scriptures first dealing with Judah and Gad because, it needs to be brought out. So this is Genesis 49:19. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Now, as we all know, Gad are the North American Indians, all right? And that prophecy was fulfilled. Now, Leah, she saw that a troop was coming back then to overtake them, but this actually happened later on in life, man, because the conquistadors, Christopher Columbus, the great North American cavalry, they took down Gad, man. They took down the Indians. That was a great troop that overcame them. Gad went through hell, man. Trail of Tears and all of these other things that comes to mind, man. They had to go through a lot, man. The thing is, they greeted Esau with peace, but Esau ended it with war. Esau ended it with rape, robbery, and murder, man. All right. That was a great troop that overcame them. But Gad, he shall overcome at the last. Why? Because all of us are going to come back together, man. All of us are going to realize that we are Israelites. And all of us are going to come back as brothers and sisters, and we're going to have that great fury upon us to get back at Esau, man. All right. Now let's get Deuteronomy 28:68. Because like I said, we all know about the great troop that overcame Gad, and we all know about the great slavery that the blacks had to go through. All right. So this is Deuteronomy 28:68. And it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall save you. All right. And this has happened. How did we get over here to the Americas? By ships, man. By ships. In Egypt, America is spiritually New Egypt, man, because this is a place of bondage. We're still under bondage, man. You have to go to work, don't you? You got a social security number, don't you? That means that you belong to somebody. Who do we belong to? The rulers of this world. Who are the rulers of this world? Esau. Who is Esau? The so-called white man. They are the ones that are on top, and they rule everything, man. All right. It's not hard to understand, man. All right. So now let's get now we finna jump to the Latinos, man. Jump to these Hispanics. First, I'm gonna read this article right here. It's a short article. Then I'm gonna play this video that I found. All right. Pretty much because in that poster that I showed you, it says Hispanics keep this place beautiful. Let's prove that, man. Let's prove how they keep this place beautiful. It says, this is from www.bls.gov, Bureau of Labor Statistics. All right. It says Hispanics and Latinos in industries and occupations. It says since 1968, Americans have recognized September 15th to October 15th as Hispanics Heritage Month. Each year, we celebrate the history and culture of Hispanic and Latino Americans and their contributions to society. In 2014, Hispanics and Latinos accounted for 16.1% of the 146.3 million employed people in the United States. Among major industries, 27.3% of workers in construction were of Hispanic or Latino ethnicity in 2014. Other industries with high concentrations of Hispanics and Latinos include agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting, 23.1%, and leisure and hospitality, 22.3%. Hispanics had the lowest share of employment in public administration, 11.4%, financial activities, 11.3%, and information, 10.5%. So we just named all of these things, all these occupations that requires hard work: fishing, hunting, forestry, agriculture. What are those things? Those are occupations that make this place look good, man, and keep this place going. All right. Now let's look at this. It says, this graph right here, it says percentage of industry employment that is of Hispanic or Latino ethnicity, annual averages. Look how these numbers, man. Construction, agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting, leisure and hospitality, other services, mining, quarrying, and oil and gas, transportation and utilities, wholesale and retail trade, total, all industries, and professional and business services, manufacturing, education and health services, public administration, financial activities, information. These are all things that the Hispanics excel in, man. Why? Because they're hard workers. When you look up the meaning of Issachar, it means he is hired. And I'm gonna play this video, man, because the thing is, you got to realize is a lot of the northern kingdom are mixed in with Issachar as well, because you got to remember, we're on the sand of the sea, so we are also mingled amongst each other, man. So it's not just Issachar who's a hard worker, man. When the whole northern kingdom had to come over here and pretty much bust their ass for a living, man. All right. So let me see if I can read some more of this. I think it's pretty much saying the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty much saying the same thing. All right. So now I'm gonna get this video that I found, man. I'm gonna get two videos real quick. I'm gonna get this one right here. All right. So pretty much before it starts, pretty much it's just showing you how Issachar had to hustle, how he had to fight for his work. The name of this video is called Meet the Mexicans Working the Jobs. It says ... but the whole video is called Meet the Mexicans Working the Jobs that Americans do not want to work. But Issachar, he struggled. And so he saw the jobs that these Americans didn't want. It was like, we'll do it. So pretty much the jobs, and you know, what are those jobs that Americans don't want to do, man? They don't want to keep up with this place, man. They don't want to make this place look like royalty. They don't want to make this place look clean, man. But the Northern Kingdom, they're the ones, as we just read with those graphs, they're the ones who keep this place beautiful, man. And why do they keep this place beautiful? Because this is one of the curses that happened to the Israelites, man, that happened to the Northern Kingdom, man. It tells you that we will have to serve our enemies once we were in bondage, all right? And I'm going to get that later on when we get into the scriptures, all right? We're going to play this video. This is about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to get this one last clip, and then we're going to get into the scriptures.
I love you so much. I love you so much. Me pregunta por qué nos venimos, por qué me vengo. Y pues ya le platico que pues para poder darle lo mejor, para que pues, siga en la escuela o comprarle detallitos, no sé. Ya ves que dice que no vaya, que rompe la alcancía para quedarme con ella.
As you saw, it said breaks her piggy bank so he can stay with her. Scripture tell you that we were going to be broke, man. We wasn't going to have that much money on the other side, on this side, Salakia.
Just a few days earlier, Antonio de Jesus Gomez left his family in Mexico and crossed into the US for a job at Cocal, a landscaping company in Colorado. He came on a temporary visa called H-2B. His employers say workers like Gomez are essential to their survival.
This program is vital to many people. It benefits both sides. We need from each other.
Cocal struggles to keep local workers in Denver for extended periods of time because the labor is too intense.
It can be, very daunting on their body, and many just, they just can't do it. And don't want to do it. It's hard work. It's really hard.
So Marisol Medrano and her father Jesus go to Ciudad Juarez every year to recruit. Among the 44 men that the Medranos have come here to hire is 34-year-old Yair Solis, who's already spent 6 summer seasons working for Cocal.
En México vives el día a día. O sea, no tienes ni siquiera la oportunidad de ahorrar. Entonces la diferencia, la que hacemos nosotros en 6 meses acá en Estados Unidos, en México nos tardaría hacerlo a lo mejor en 3 años.
To get approval for the H-2B workers, Cocal had to prove to the federal government that it would likely suffer massive financial losses without hiring foreign laborers. But even as the workers go to the US consulate in Juarez for their interviews, there is no guarantee that they will obtain a visa.
Buena suerte, pues todo lo que les puedo decir. No tienen nada que no puede entrar, ¿verdad? No traen chicle.
You can feel nervous walking through to the interview. You feel nervous, you don't know why.
You feel nervous because you're an Israelite, man. We all do as the so-called minorities, man. We feel nervous for these interviews, man, because we already know at the end of the day, we are the ones that's going to be picked last. Like I said, especially for a good job, man. Something that, you don't have to work as hard, something that could be kind of relaxing, but it's still hard work. We look for those jobs where we can, a job where you don't have to put on so much stress. But with Issachar, and like I said, with the rest of the Northern Kingdom, man, they are very hard workers. The Southern Kingdom are hard workers as well, but man, the Northern Kingdom, man, they get it in, man. They get it in. All right, let's continue.
¿Todos pasaron? ¿También pasó? Ay, qué bueno. Qué alegría, ¿verdad? Bendito sea Dios. Bueno, nos vemos allá afuera. Provecho. Yair. ¿Dónde está Yair?
Gracias.
Felicidades.
The group then boards a bus to the border, starting a nearly 13-hour journey to Denver.
20 of them are going to replace the high schoolers because they're gone. They're back to school. The other 24 they're going to just cut a little break, a little breathing to the foremen and the supervisors that have been working extra hours and extra hard to make ends meet.
Once they arrive, most workers will get settled for the rest of the day or look for a place to stay. But Gomez heads right to work.
Me siento descansado. No, muy cansado no. Pero dormí unas buenas horas para poder trabajar. Hambre, comimos en la noche y todavía compramos algo para ahorita en la madrugada o si teníamos hambre. Pero estamos listos para trabajar.
I believe the guys that come in on a H-2B visa, they know what they're headed for. They have a sense of loyalty to their family back home. And so they're willing to go through any kind of condition to just, help themselves and help their families back home.
puedes escoger cualquiera.
¿O cualquiera?
Para
Lo que
sea
pasa es
tuyo.
que yo trabajo en el agua.
Pues en Cocal casi todos trabajan con
Es-
agua.
Sí, están muy bien. Es que ya mañana empezamos a trabajar.
Pues llegaron esta mañana, ¿sí?
Sí. Entonces no podemos empezar sin lo principal. Pero generalmente mi familia pues sí se queda triste porque no estoy con ellos. Pero pues lo importante es que tengamos que darles de comer, que haya ingreso. Pero sí, pues se hacen a la idea de que tienen que esperar todo ese tiempo para volvernos a ver. Que todo sea por el bien de la familia. Pues yo agradezco que se nos dé la oportunidad de tener las visas porque de esto vive nuestra familia y de esto pues viven muchas familias y no somos malas personas, venimos a trabajar, únicamente lo que queremos es trabajo.
Like he said, all we want is work, man. So pretty much, like I said, they do these things, they take these jobs that other people don't want, man. All right. Now let's get this one last thing, 'cause, this ties in with it. This is from the movie. I'm not gonna play this whole clip, but as we just saw, Issachar does a lot, to make sure that he finds work, to make sure that he make ends meet, so he can, protect his family, provide for his family, so forth and so on, man. And like I said, that goes on for the rest of the Northern Kingdom. All right. Now with this clip right here, man, this is showing you how bad the Northern Kingdom, if it comes down to it, man, they'll do the most to make sure that they find work, man. All right. This is from the movie Fun with Dick and Jane. This is from with Jim Carrey. Like I said, I ain't gonna play this whole clip, but this actually happens in real life, man. When you go to the border of Mexico back then and probably even now, man. Like I said, man, they'll do whatever they can do so they can make sure they find work, man. And so let's just play this real quick.
I need one guy who knows how to paint.
That's me! I got it! Ah, I'm here! Hey, I was here first! Congratulations, Güero. You almost got that one. Don't worry, there'll be more.
So like I said, I ain't gonna play all of that, man. But you saw what he said, though. He was like, I'm looking for one guy who knows how to paint. And what did that sign say at the beginning? Latinos keep this place beautiful because the Hispanics, the Northern Kingdom, man, they have talents, man. They know how to make things look polished. All right. Man, the Northern Kingdom, a lot of times, man, hey, they make the Southern Kingdom look lazy, man. Hey, man, I deal with Jake every day, man. And Jake is lazy, man. Jake is lazy. As far as the blacks go, man, so-called black, man, they are lazy as hell, man. Super lazy. Now, don't get me wrong. The Northern Kingdom has a lot of lazy ones too, man. But when you look at their work ethics, man, they blow Southern Kingdom out the water, man. They work hard every single day, man. And like I said, and the reason why they do these things is because why? They're under the curses. Just like we saw in the video before, they take the jobs that Americans don't want, that Americans don't want. Esau don't want to do the hard work. He's in rulership. All he want to do is give out orders. And he does a hell of a job doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? He gives out all kind of orders. He gives out orders that you don't like. Man, we don't like no orders from Esau. Fuck that. We don't like no orders from him. But anyway, this is what they do, man. They do the most so they can make sure they get those jobs. They make this place look great. Why? Because this is the only work that the majority of them can find, man. Because the Most High has put us in bondage, man. He has put us under the curses. This is one of the keys, one of the clues to let you know that the Northern Kingdom which consists of the Native Americans and Hispanics. They are Israelites. They are Israelites. They are the only ones who fit these curses. So let's get right into the scriptures, man. Let's go back to the scriptures. Let's get Jeremiah. We're going to get Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. The children of Israel consist of the northern kingdom, and the children of Judah are the southern kingdom. That's why it says we're oppressed together, because you can't just look at this and be like, because if you looked at it and read it literally or literal, you'll be like, I thought Judah was a part of Israel though. So that'll throw you off. So no, it's saying these are two different groups of people. All right. Judah represents the southern kingdom, which is the blacks, Haitians, and the West Indians, man. You all are the southern kingdom, and Israel are the northern kingdom, which consists of you Native Americans and Hispanics. All right. Were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Man, they refused to let them go, meaning that they was going to continue to have us within captivity. What do you do when you're in captivity? It says all that took them captives held them fast. What do you do when you're in captivity, man? You work. You work under somebody that you don't like, man, somebody that oppresses you. Is that not oppression, man? You got to wait on a corner of a street, wait for a truck to drive past, just so somebody can say, yeah, hop in my car so you can make some money by painting something real quick. Come on, man. The Hispanics are Israelites. They are Israelites. All right. So now let's get Deuteronomy 28, and we're going to read some of these curses, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15, and it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahweh, to observe to do all of his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So this is talking about the whole nation of Israel. This will happen to the whole nation of Israel, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. He said, these curses will overtake us if we refuse to follow his commandments, statutes, and laws. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. No money, being broke. Cursed shall thou be in the city. We the ones that live in the ghettos. We're the ones that live in the hoods. As we saw in the other video, they said, man, even in Mexico, they was like, man, if the amount of money that they made within 6 days compared to what they would have made if they was in America is bullshit, man. They not making no money down there, man. So they come up here to make money, to make it a decent amount of money, man. And this is one of the reasons why that 12 tribe sign is very important. That 12 tribe sign is mostly flourished here in America, because the bulk of Israelites were going to be where? Here. In America, man, we are all slaves, bondmen and bondwomen here in America, all right? Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. We was going to be put in these wild situations, like I said, because we went against Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so let me see. Let me jump down, because we don't have to read all of this. I just want to get to key points. Let me see. Verse 28, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. That's verses 28 and 29. See that? No man shall save thee, man. We just saw how the Hispanics, those so-called Mexicans, man, they had to wait in these long lines, be at these bus stations, and they just had to hope that somebody picked them, man, for a job, man. They doing all of this traveling, doing all of these wild things just so they could find work, man. But they were going to continue to be oppressed. They're going to continue to be spoiled. All right. And they still going through it just like the rest of us. All right. And let me see if there's any more that I can get into, because I think that's pretty much it, the point that I just wanted to get to. This is verse 37, and it says that thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. What are those proverbs and bywords? Being called a nigger, being called a spick, being called a wetback, being called a redskin. Those names, when you hear those names, man, those names hit your spirit differently. They hurt. Understand? We call, you see people like, yeah, that cracker or whatever the case to be, that gook and everything like that, man. People don't take that shit seriously. They just be like, yeah, whatever. Why do they say, yeah, whatever? Because they the ones in rulership. They the ones with all the money. They the ones with all the riches and the glory. Look at China right now. They over here thinking that they're about to be the next power. But little do they know, the next power is going to be ruled by Yahweh Shai and the elect, man. Us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans got next. All right. So now that's pretty much it for this. But like I said, when you read Deuteronomy 28:15 and you read on down, it tells you about the curses that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans will go through. Okay. So now let's get Isaiah 30:1. We're going to get Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. America is spiritually the new Egypt, man, because we are in bondage right now, man. And as we saw in the videos, man, instead of Issachar staying in Mexico, they rushed up here, man. Because why? Because they trusted in America's riches. They trusted in America's ways so they could live better, man. But little did they know, man. Hey, this is the ultimate place of bondage. So you're still going through hell out here, man. You're going through hell to the fullest. It's articles that came out, saying the Northern Kingdom was still being hung by the trees, along with the Southern Kingdom. They're still being oppressed. Y'all still live in the ghettos. Y'all still live just like Judah do, man. All right. It says that's why it says in verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right, man, because you are in a confused mind, man. Like I said, when we were first brought over here, before you knew about the truth, man, you trusted in Egypt, man. You trusted in America. But you were confused. Why? Because America tells you this is the land of opportunity. This is the land where you can live out your dreams and you can live the way that you want to. You can provide for your family. You can do all kind of wonderful things. What happened when you got down here, though? The complete opposite. Complete opposite. There's so many Israelites, man, that they don't want to hire a lot of us. And so now it's so many of us because the nation of Israel is a fruitful nation, man. So now a lot of us have all of these kids and everything like that. And it's hard for us to find jobs. It's hard for us to maintain. Jake takes advantage of the system as far as, welfare, food stamps, or whatever the case may be. But even with those things, man, Jake is still hurting, man. Why? Because we are cursed. We are cursed. The Most High put these curses upon us, man. That's why Jake does the most. That's why Jake is known as the ultimate hustler, man. Because he does things to make sure that he make ends meet. You Hispanics, man, you are Israelites. You are Israelites, all right? So when you come across this truth, man, now you know to not trust in America. Don't trust in Egypt, or it'll be your confusion. All right. Now let's get one more scripture, man. We're going to get Lamentations. We're going to get Lamentations 1:20. And it says, behold, O Lord, for I am in distress. My bowels are troubled. Mine heart is turned within me, for I have grievously rebelled. Abroad the sword bereaveth, and home there is as death. That's at home there is as death. Now, why would that be written, man? Because when you go home, man, you are dead inside, man. Do not these not Hispanics feel dead when they go home, man? Are y'all not worried about what's going to happen the next day, just like us? Are y'all not worried about, walking outside and hoping that your family doesn't get killed, hoping the police don't mess with you, and so forth and so on, man, hoping that the business that you have don't go down? Because, Issachar has a lot of restaurants, man. They have a lot of family-owned restaurants. Why? Because they work hard, man. But now that COVID is going on, you got to worry about, you making enough money to maintain your business, because the second lockdown is coming. So once the people got to go back and stay home again, a lot of these small businesses won't be able to maintain anymore, which a lot of you Northern Kingdom people have. You're going to be at home as is death, man. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all my transgressions, for my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. So pretty much, man, everything that you Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters have went through, man, you're going to have the opportunity to put your enemy in that same position, man. The roles are going to change, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai is going to make it to the point where you're going to rule over your oppressors in the kingdom, man. All right. But the first thing you got to do, man, in order to really understand that, man, you have to get into this truth. You have to understand and acknowledge that you are an Israelite. All right. You are an Israelite. The scriptures, when you read Deuteronomy 28:15 on down again, it tells you will have an evil eye towards your brother. So we look different. We have different vibes, but we have the same zeal. When you look at the way Issachar and Ephraim and Asher presents themselves, man, you be like, man, these ain't nothing but niggas with a spice to him. Be like, these ain't nothing but niggas, but only they live a more spicier life. That's it, man. Because we act exactly the same, man, but we have different vibrations, man. We have different talents. And that's what makes the nation of Israel so great, man. That's what makes us so great, man, because we have these different roles. We have these different things, these spectacular things that we can do, man. The Most High blessed us with that. And that's what makes us a peculiar people, as the scriptures speak about, man. All right. So like I said, in order for you to understand and to realize that we're going to rule over our oppressors, man, you have to acknowledge that you're an Israelite first, man. All of you people out there that's saying only black people make up the 12 tribes, you out of your damn mind. You are asleep. You are out of there, man. The 12 tribes makes up the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Point blank, period, man. Those are the chosen ones of the Most High. All right. So I just want to bring that out, man. Just a little something just to show you that, man, the Northern Kingdom are under curses just like the Southern Kingdom. And hey, man, we all coming together, man. You see all these camps out here with the different Northern Kingdom camps and everything, man. Hey, we waking up, man. We acknowledging each other as brothers again and everything like that, man. Even if you're not in the truth, you seeing the black and brown unity that's coming because of what COVID has done and everything like that, because they starting to realize we are the same people. We are brothers and sisters, man. And guess what? Once the elect realizes that, man, hey, man, Esau's nightmare is going to begin. And it's going to last for a very long time. That nightmare will not end for a very long time. All right. So I'm going to end it right there, man. So with that, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratzazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.